I guess it is sort of fitting that I'm wearing this black shirt again. Because I just feel like sort of not bad. I shouldn't say I feel bad. I don't feel bad at all. But sort of like I kind of like in that state of meh. You know what I mean? We're like, it's Monday, which even with being in quarantine, let's be honest, no one likes Monday. Where I am, it's actually like really cloudy. Like it may very well rain today. I don't know. And actually, that does remind me of a funny story. I was actually on my way to visiting my father yesterday. He was going to hang out with him for a little while. And, obviously before I went, because I knew yesterday was a nice day, quote unquote. But, it was cloudy, much like today. And I didn't really see any signs of rain. So, I get dressed. I get ready to go see him. This is around middle of the afternoon when I went. And so I shower, I get dressed, and I check the weather app on my phone, see what the temperature is. I'm like, oh, 70 degrees. I mean, here's the thing. The weather app on your phone will say if it's like, rainy or not, which it did say it was raining, but I looked outside, I'm like, where's the rain? Because I literally saw no signs of rain at all. And so, knowing that believing that I'd be fine, I put on my flip-flops instead of shoes and socks, which, yeah, that really was not the smartest move on my part. Because I go outside, I'm like, ah. But here's the thing, though. You're probably thinking, well, why didn't you just change into socks and shoes? Because I was already out the door, and I'm like, I don't want to go back. Hey, listen, I have a right to feel lazy on Sunday. Not too lazy that I don't visit my father at all, but still. So, yeah. And, because honestly, I was also feeling kind of, speaking of which, sleepy. And when I got to see my father, we hung out and, we watched TV. I immediately, just fell asleep in the chair I was sitting in. I'm just like, seriously, I don't think my father even noticed I was asleep. I was, so incredibly quiet. Because, well, no offense, it also didn't help that he was also watching, because some sports-related channels are showing, reruns of, big games and old tournaments. And my father was watching a rerun of the 2000 PGA Tour. It was the year where Michael went in a playoff against some sort of virtual nobody, I think it was. And I actually remember waking up. Keep in mind, I am nowhere near an expert on golf. In fact, I absolutely am terrible at golf. But, I do know some terminology and, I know some references and, I'd be willing to learn golf if someone could teach me. But we're watching, this is essentially the moment where the guy who was going up against, why did I say, it's Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was going, did I really say Michael Jordan earlier? I hope I didn't. I meant to say Tiger Woods. Yeah, it was the PGA where Tiger Woods was going up against, essentially an unknown at the time. So, we're watching the hole where it was official that Tiger was going to win. And this is a hole that Tiger didn't play. It was the other guy. He hits the ball, and for a split, because it was actually curving down a hill into the hole, right? And we're watching holy cow, is it going? And then right at the very end, the ball just sort of goes a little bit away from the hole, And both my father and I are like, oh! I'm like, oh man, that hurt. That really hurt. I know it's old footage, and I know, like, it has nothing to do with anything that's going on now, and it doesn't really affect me anyway, but man, watching that hurt. That really hurt. It did. It was painful. Not as painful as my Cowboys losing a game they should win, but still very painful. Yeah, so that was something. So anyway, my father and I just had like leftovers for dinner, which, leftovers are awesome. Specifically, we had a leftover hot dog. I shouldn't say the hot dogs themselves weren't left over. My mom just simply didn't cook them. But we had the leftover macaroni and cheese from Friday, which, I just talked about it on Saturday. It's my mom's leftover mac and cheese, which, if you know nothing about mac and cheese, know that leftover is always better. Can't explain. It's one of those things that you can't really explain. You can never explain how much better leftover mac and cheese is than when it's fresh made. It's just one of those things that you gotta try for yourself. And then you're like, this is better than what's fresh made. I don't know why. But yeah, I pretty much just hang out with my father until my mother gets home from work, because, again, with everyone being in social distancing, quarantine, all that stuff, it's been pretty stressful for my mother and my father. And, I want them to know that, they're not alone feeling this. So, yeah, I know I probably should be keeping my distance away from absolutely everyone. But, you know what? I can trust my folks. And they can most certainly trust me. No offense to my brother, but I kind of wish he thought the same way. But then again, he does have a pair of... Wow. Hold on. Holy cow, my nephews are 6 months old. Wow. I would ask where the time went, but honestly, everyone knows where the time went. We've been in quarantine. Yeah, I was counting the months, but November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, 6. So, actually, 6 months, 1 week, and 4 days. Yep. That is how old my nephews are as of right now. To be honest, I would like to talk about my nephews a lot more. In fact, I have a whole bunch of pictures that I could show you guys. Because usually when I get a picture of my nephews, my brother takes a picture on his phone, texts it to me, and then I upload the pictures to my computer, so I have the photos no matter what. And I would like to show them, but I did show one photo before, but I'd show a lot more. But my brother, for some reason, likes to live a really, private lifestyle, and to respect his wishes, I simply will not show these photos. But I would like to. Maybe when they get a little older, or maybe if, after the quarantine thing is over, because, again, my brother's not letting anyone see my nephews. I haven't seen my nephews in person in, several months. It's tough. Here's the thing. I could go see them, but you need to plan, a day or two in advance. You have to, change into a different set of clothing after showering and, getting cleaned up first. Even if you'd already showered, nope, shower again. And you still gotta get permission. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, this whole coronavirus thing has everyone freaked out. And it's taken a toll socially, emotionally, mentally, physically, like everyone. Not just me, but everyone. But, personally, I'm glad that things are starting to loosen up a little bit. Some states are actually open now. Currently, my state is in phase 1. And phase 2 should be happening in just over a week from now, like at the end of the month. So we'll see. We'll have to see what happens between now and then. In terms of anything else that's going on, there's nothing really new to report. I mean, personally, today probably would be a day where I would be doing a One Piece manga chapter reaction. But again, because of coronavirus, we want to, chapters are going to be bi-weekly, every 2 weeks, or every other week. I forget what is it bi-weekly? I forget the term. Every 2 weeks. So, yeah. But hopefully, if nothing else, at least the chapter, it's only been one chapter since it was announced that breaks would happen more often. The chapter that we got actually had a lot of, it had a lot of meat to it, Like, yeah, it was only one chapter, but at the very least, Oda, the creator of One Piece, he's always done a great job of, putting a lot with not necessarily that much. Plus, one really good thing about, again, being in, quarantine and social distancing is with the One Piece chapters happening every other week, Oda's actually taking more time to really think, how should the story go from here? What should be drawn here? What should be inserted here? What should this character do? What should this character say? How is this panel going to read out to the viewer when they first, watch it? So, yeah. Honestly, that is a good thing because with One Piece happening every other week, you have more time to work on a story. Although, of course, it's often asked about One Piece, and if you were asked the same question, I wouldn't blame you. One Piece has been going on for, gonna be 23 years now, and people often wonder, is One Piece ever going to end? Or if so, how is it going to end? Does Oda himself even know how the story is going to end? Well, I can't really answer any of those questions myself because I've often asked those questions too. But I can tell you this. One Piece really is coming near the end. It is. Give it about, I want to say a good 3-4 years, but again, with this whole social distancing going on, it could be a little longer just because. And Oda knows how the story is going to end. In fact, full disclosure, One Piece was supposed to last 5 years. And then Oda kept coming up with idea after idea after idea. And now we're where we are now. So, yeah. If One Piece lasts longer than, again, another 3-4 years, then it will be because Oda kept coming up with more ideas. As well as, the coronavirus thing going on. And in terms of, how is it going to end? Or does Oda know it's going? Oh, he's had the ending planned out. He does. In fact, the only people that I can tell you for a fact know how One Piece is going to end are Oda himself, the editors behind One Piece, because again, it's the editor's job to, look over and see if everything's okay for publishing, as an editor is supposed to do. And believe it or not, children who are dying of cancer, in terms of the whole Make-A-Wish Foundation type thing. So yeah, the ending of One Piece has been revealed. It's just anyone who does know is keeping that secret well under lock and key. Much like my brother letting anyone see my nephews. But regardless, if my nephews ever watch this, I hope they know that your Uncle Nick loves you. And I hope you're having hope you have a wonderful Monday, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful Monday, guys. As for the rest of you, I am very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. Always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.